Welcome to Divorce at Altitude, a podcast on Colorado family law. I'm Ryan Kalamaya. Each week, along with my business partner and co-host, Amy Goscha, or an expert, we discuss a particular topic related to divorce or co-parenting in Colorado. In addition, we have created a short series of lessons that will take you through the legal process of divorce and answer your questions, from simple to complex. Divorce isn't easy. The end of a marriage, especially when children are involved, brings a great deal of loss and change. We hope these practical tips and insights will help you on your journey to a new and better life. Okay, the petition for dissolution has been filed. For most people, this brings a bunch of mixed feelings because, on one hand, they're starting the process and there's a sense of relief. On the other hand, they're grappling with the end of the marriage formally. The most important thing you need to understand in this phase is that there's an automatic injunction that goes into effect here in Colorado when a petition for dissolution has been filed. When it goes into effect is very important for you to understand. And it's upon service of the other party. That can be either a waiver of service or a joint petition, or when the party is actually served. Well, what is this automatic injunction? What does this even mean? Well, what it means is it preserves the status quo. That's the whole goal behind the law under 1410-107. It says that neither party is allowed to transfer, encumber, conceal, or dispose of any marital property without the consent of the other party. Now, there's two exceptions to this general prohibition on transferring or moving or encumbering any marital property. And that's in the usual course of business or for the necessities of life. Now, the latter example is probably the easiest to understand. If you're at the grocery store and you need to buy some bananas, you don't need to call the other party and say, hey, do I have permission to buy some bananas? Now, what that doesn't mean is that you can go out and buy a brand new car, especially if it's some sort of luxury vehicle and you've always driven, Hondas or Toyotas. The other is in the usual course of the business. So, and that's going to depend on the circumstances of your marriage. It's going to depend on the businesses involved. Transferring $100,000 might be normal for a very significant business, but not in another. The other prohibition or thing that is controlled by the automatic injunction is that neither party may disturb the peace or otherwise harass the other party. Again, that's going to depend on the circumstances of the case. And then the third thing is that children may not be taken out of the state for any reason without the agreement of the other parties or court order. Now, that can really cause issues if there's a spring break or winter break, and you need to work together with your other spouse or obtain permission from the court. And the idea is that it prevents a party from absconding. The final thing is that parties are not supposed to change health insurance, homeowners insurance, renters insurance, life insurance that provides coverage for either party. Again, status quo needs to be preserved. It prevents either party from really pulling the rug out from each other. Now, there are other things that kind of are attendant to this: canceling credit cards, opening up new bank accounts. Those are circumstances in which you really need to talk with an attorney. But the most important thing you need to take from this is that the automatic injunction is something that you need to be aware of. It preserves the status quo, and it goes into effect upon service on the other party. Thanks for listening or watching this short lesson on the Divorce at Altitude podcast. If you found this helpful, please leave a review or share with a friend. It does help for others that are going through or thinking about divorce in Colorado. If you want to find out more information, please visit kalamaya.law or divorceataltitude.com, and that's KALAMAYA.law. Remember, this is educational information. It's not intended to be legal advice. Please consult with an attorney. about the particulars of your case. We're happy to answer questions. Feel free to give us a call at 970 315 2365.